Good morning, Powur Hitters. Today is Tuesday, January 18th, 2021. My name is Jarrett McAllister, your mentor, co-host, alongside my homie bro dude, Jonathan Brunasso. What's up, brother? How are you?
Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. So good to be here. I'm excited. I got 2 trophies, baby. So did JC Rangel. Your 2 leaders on this team, JC and I, got some trophies. I'm super pumped. We have so much awesome stuff to cover. How you doing?
Good, man. I'm good. I'm very excited, to get the recap over Evolution, an important, huge weekend for the company. And yeah, man, let's jump into this.
Very cool. All right. Yeah, and I just want to share a few pictures here. So you can see that okay? So we had the team, a lot of the top leaders, income earners. We stayed in a beach house, an 8-bedroom beach house in Oceanside near headquarters. So we just finished a 2-day national virtual convention. Obviously, that's why we're all here today. And it was amazing. Here's at corporate headquarters with Jonathan Budd, Rick Joseph, Edgardo Gonzalez, Charles Thompson. Here's Cynthia Elvidres, her fiance Brent, on stage at our virtual 360 stage in Carlsbad, San Diego, California. And yeah, it's truly amazing and surreal to be able to spoil some of the top leaders, sellers, income earners, rookie at this amazing beach house. While watching the convention, we had a chef come in and cook dinner. We had a masseuse come in for 5 hours and give massages. And I tell you, the opportunity here, the family, the culture, the trainings, the learning, it's amazing. So just a huge shout out to all the amazing leaders here. JC Rangel, Lorenzo Jaimes, Cynthia Elvidres, Jeff Hugh, Luis Perez. Here's Melissa Dawson, Solar Lily, Janice Vaughn, David Steele. So a lot of great leaders, Rick Joseph here, that all made this possible. So shout out to all the top income earners, leaders for 2021.
Can I just say how envious I was of Lorenzo rocking board shorts? I mean, I haven't worn shorts in quite some time. My legs are glowing white, to say the least. So that's it. It looks like a great time, man. I know how those things get down with the whole crew. Was very envious of the whole situation. You guys all being there. I'll have to make down for the next one. But yeah, no, it looks great.
We got lots more events coming, and we have an exciting Dallas event. So yeah, much more of these to come. We got a new year ahead of us and new contests. So there's going to be a lot more of these events. This is truly what I enjoy doing the most for everybody. So kick some ass this year and have a lot more events and contests. And the actual evolution, the 2-day evolution itself. So Powur just had a 2-day virtual convention. But just to show you, I mean, there was the president of Goodleap, the CEO and founder of Sonova, the co-founder of Enphase. Paul Winowski is on our board of directors. He was the president of Sunrun. He is helping Powur go public. And we had Peter Matthews, Jonathan Budd, obviously. So it's just a testament to Powur and the executives, the CEOs, the people that want to be on stage and be talking and having the conversation and recognizing that Powur is the future. I mean, we have REC and CED and Enphase and all these companies really vying for our business and to be a part of our culture. It's truly amazing. A lot of the recordings and things that they can share will come soon, but these were some of the people that were speaking at the convention. So I'd love to hear from a few people that were at convention, watched it for 2 days, had a takeaway, loved something, gonna grow their business. So if we could just do a few shares, if someone wants to jump off mute. I know Kiara, you were recognized and you were attending the whole time. But,
I can.
yeah.
I can speak. I think what's really most exciting for me, and just being in the industry so long, is all of the leaders that are in the solar industry. They are now behind Powur. So, like you said, Sonova, Sunrun, Good Leap, Sunlight. Those are all huge leaders in this space, and now they are supporting our platform. So, that was the first thing that's exciting. Just the different innovations that are coming too with the platform, with enterprise and the leads that Jonathan Budd talked about. The platform's just in the baby phase, I would say, right now, and it's only going to get way bigger, way better. It's going to be able to serve so many different industries as we start to use it more in those capacities. So overall, I'm super excited for the growth that's coming with the platform that we've already accomplished so far, and we're just going to exceed on it.
Nice. Thank you, Kiara. Appreciate it. All right. Anybody else like to do a share? Scott?
I'll share real quick. I was actually on for both days, the full time, and it was impressive. I just pumped me up. I wrote tons of notes, and after I've been doing this business for 8 years, to see that I can do it bigger, better, smoother, with more growth was just very, very encouraging. I'm just so excited about 22, and that was just a great way to kick off the year.
Awesome. Any major take, like 1 or 2 items that you really thought was the coolest or that you're looking forward to?
You know what, there was so many, it's hard to put them down into one list, but I would say part of it was just the ability to know that you can buy at such a great rate. For me, it's all about the numbers, right? And so when I can see that the ability to buy as a large group, be able to sell the 350s at 44 cents now, that we have control to actually manipulate our sales to meet our customers' needs. For somebody who has a very, very a small amount of money they can spend, we have a product that will help them. For people who want more aggressive things, we have a product to help them. The ability to put batteries in, the i8s. I mean, there's just so much new information coming in, and that we could actually have an answer for just about every single customer out there.
Right. Yep. Tons of cool stuff. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate it. Let's do 1 or 2 more.
I want to say something.
Yeah, Sandy.
Hi, I'm Sandy. So I'm very new, and I was overwhelmed with so much information and a lot of things that I didn't understand anything. It went way above my head. So I was very excited about the enterprise, but I wanted to know, like, are we gonna have like some training on it or more details? Because I think the biggest things that were on a convention, for me personally, I think it needs to be chewed down a bit, so I can understand better and be able to take advantage of everything. But emotionally, it was very cool because it brought me close to what the company is and all the people, and it was very emotional for me. I was crying on and off for 2 days.
Right.
So it was really cool, and I feel closer to everybody and all the leaders. I really loved it.
Thank you, Sandy, and I appreciate the honest share there and allowing yourself to be a little vulnerable. There was a ton of information, and if you're new, we'll go through the basic steps for you. Don't overcomplicate it. Keep it simple. We're here to get an electric bill, and that's it. But we will have more trainings. We will have virtual site survey training. We will have enterprise training. Work with your leadership and your mentors, and it will, you'll get the hang of it.
Thanks.
Bill.
Hey, JB3. I enjoyed I was on for the full 2 days. Like Sandy said, lots of energy, lots of stuff, new stuff coming out. What I appreciated was, hey, I've always seen that Jonathan and the leadership team has had a big vision. What I saw more of now was there's a lot more in place, a lot more plans, a lot more tools, and we're just going to accelerate from where we're at. So I also appreciated the transparency. He's like, hey, this is a beta. We've done an alpha. We're going to try it. We're going to see what happens, and then we'll have to tweak it and maybe adjust it or whatever. So on like the enterprise and some of the other things. So the willingness to just innovate and put it out there.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think the transparency, the honesty, transparent model, cost of goods, when we mess up, it's the coolest culture I think we can all agree we've been at any company. So thank you, Bill. All right. I had to expand my Zoom capacity since we busted past 100. So congrats to all of you guys. Charles should be jumping on in any minute here. But thanks, Jarrett, for kicking things off.
Of course.
Let's go ahead and jump into some future trainings and then a bunch of updates. So obviously today we're doing the convention recap. This is our Tuesday weekly team training. Everybody is welcome every Tuesday, 10 a.m. Pacific. And later today, we have a solar energy bank training. So if you want to learn about the Solar Edge battery, 12 o'clock Pacific, powercalendar.com. And I believe there's a 2 o'clock Enphase training. I'd have to double check, but Enphase on the IQ8s that just came out. We're going to touch on that today. I really want to encourage everyone to really dig into Powur.live more. And maybe Charles can speak to this in a second, but Powur.live, there's masterminds, weekly, monthly, quarterly. So this Wednesday at 9 a.m., for example, they're going to be doing a good content of some of the convention updates, announcements, recap. So if you're newer here or you just want to get more involved, really plug into the Powur.live. And I think, we may even have a speaker here that'll be on the next Powur.live next month, one of our leaders. So then Thursday, the 20th, every Thursday, we have a 12 o'clock p.m. consultant training. This is if you're new here, it's an onboarding training. I think Paul Rossano, the gentleman that runs them, is actually here today. So Thursday, if you're new, check that out. Just as a reminder, Mentor Mondays, every Monday at 12 p.m. Pacific. Can't really say it's required since we're all 1099s, but it's pretty much required. So Mentor Mondays, you definitely want to jump on that if you're a mentor. And as far as the Tuesday trainings go, guys, we have the 25th next week. We have Enphase training us in detail on the IQ8s. We have the following Tuesday, Sonova. We're going to see their integration on leases and PPAs and loans pretty soon here in the coming weeks. And then Wednesday, again, that Powur.live that I'd like you to plug into more. Virtual site surveys are going to be discussed on that mastermind, February 2nd. Another weekly Tuesday training. Paul Rossano, again, with the onboarding department, will be coming onto our team training, giving us some nuggets and how to retain and train and onboard our teammates at a much higher level. So that's going to be exciting. And then we're just going to have a bunch more amazing trainings to come. There's a freedom tour I'll have Charles talk about in a second here. There's a Powur calendar that was just revised. Make sure to check that out. Had a whole brand new remodel. I'll show you right now. JC wants to do a Mentor Factory 2.0, hopefully in Vegas, maybe in the month of May. And then we have a very exciting Powur World in-person live conference, July 15th and 16th in Dallas, that we're going to talk about right now. So let's kick things off here. Charles, are you out there?
I made it, JB.
We can hear you now. Are you alive after the last week and weekend? Are you good?
I swear I'm in a little bit of a fog, but one meeting after another with all the follow-ups. It's been a fun ride. Been busy. All good.
Well, I appreciate you being here. Ladies and gentlemen, Charles Thompson is someone that I met, over 2.5 years ago, introduced me to the business with Bobby Smith. He truly works his ass off to improve all of our lives and all of our businesses and lead from a pretty high level, moving into like training and on the corporate side now and making sure we all have the tools and resources to do our job even better. So we appreciate you being here, Charles. And let's go ahead and jump into it.
Do it. It is my honor to be here, my friend.
All right, so we have a brand new marketing and vision. Just real quick, there's this impact website I wanted to touch on. I think we all should take a minute to check it out. Let me see if I can put it in here. And that website here, 2021 Powur Impact Report. I just shared this today with a big time leader that I've been trying to recruit to Powur. It's just a very impressive website that goes over our impact. And it has pictures of installations here. It also has really exciting numbers. Our purpose, public benefit corporation, what that means. The corporate headquarters here in Carlsbad, Oceanside area. And here's some numbers of installations, kilowatts installed, the states that we're in, very clean. The estimated savings already of lifetimes for our customers, the CO2 we're saving out of the environment. It's a very, very cool, impressive lineup. And then it just goes into who Powur is, our ambassadors, our consultants, over 5,000, 18,000 ambassadors growing, over 135 employees. And then it goes into the impact that we're making. Powur does give back, plants trees here in different areas, aligned with different communities like the Pachamama Alliance, helping the rainforest, serving our communities, building homes in Mexico we'll talk about. So super cool impact report. Any feedback on that, Charles?
I've just been doing this for a little while. I just saw the request for the link. I think Jonathan put it in there, but I'll repost it in there as well. Just an amazing amount of impact that a company like Powur has had in such a short period of time. Honored to just really see us take this to a whole nother level. Really, really exciting. And that's our marketing team. I mean, under Cammie's direction, she's done a phenomenal job of getting us to kind of get the brand where we need it to be, and everything that we are doing exposed, if you will, to us, so we can then share it with the people who need to see it. So really good.
Absolutely. All right, and then another update, powurcalendar.com. Make sure to use the right URL there, powurcalendar.com. Just had a refresh, revamp, so it's pretty much 90% working, getting out some last minute kinks and bugs here, but you can see the Solar Edge training today at 12 Pacific, end phase at 2 Pacific. Our breakthrough mastermind tomorrow, 9 a.m. Powur.live. And Charles, I know you're helping out a little bit with the Powur.live, the training, the content, like tomorrow, like virtual site survey. Anything we should know to expect from Powur.live and why we should plug in?
Yeah, there's going to be a big shift in Powur.live. So part of what has happened, and you might have saw some of the changes in convention where they went from being more of a corporate event to a field event that's sponsored by corporate, is really what it came down to. And that content was all about us. Powur.live is making that same transition. It started with the previous immersive training that we did on electrical, which I did with Paul, which was phenomenal. I think for people who've been in the industry not getting that kind of training, this coming February 2nd, we're going to be doing a deep dive into site survey. And there's going to be an announcement made about site survey that's going to make a big shift for us in our ability to recruit. I can't talk about it. We're going to save it for the immersive. So look at Powur.live as a personal development is really what we're paying for, but the training is all free. If you look at $35 a month, gets you access to what Jim brings to the table on personal development and Cammie, and what we as the field, because I'm bringing the field in to do these training sessions. It's not being done by corporate anymore because we know solar. And then that also gets you access to those weekly, those monthly, and the convention for $35 a month. An amazing amount of content. Those who were in the convention saw, I think we got our money's worth for $35 a month just with that. Same thing happened with Powur.live. We're really turning it into a true training event by the field.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, what a deal. I think I feel like it should be required. It should just be an $85 total desk fee to have your own business here.
We don't know what the future holds on that, JB.
Totally worth it though, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure to do Powur Out Live. So this Powur calendar is very handy. Please use it for yourself and your teams. And I'll have Charles talk on the Freedom Tour in a second, but you can even click categories, business presentations or the Freedom Tour. And you can see all the live in-person events that are going to be happening for the Freedom Tour here. Texas, Florida, Colorado, all these in-person events we could build into and build our business into, which I'll touch on right here. So 2 new things for us. Keep it going here. I want to give a big shout out to this team and all you amazing leaders. You guys kick ass. Literally, we have every single person here won this contest. So Sunlight Financial, one of the biggest lenders here, publicly traded. They had a contest August 1st to December 31st, the most NTPs, which is notice to proceed. And Luis Perez, hats off to you, brother. I know you're here. I know you were at the beach house all weekend. He had over 20 NTPs, notice to proceeds. And yes, we sell at other lenders. Yes, we sell cash. Yes, we sell a lot of things. So this was just Sunlight Financial. Congrats, Lewis. All GG Goffer is a big leader in Powur. Of course, our very own JC Rangel, myself, amazing mentor, Cynthia Alvidrez, amazing mentor, Kiara Smithy here. She's having an awesome month. She's at 5 personal sales this month already, shooting for 8. Kicking ass, knocking doors, taking names. Paul Leone, one of the best in the industry. Owen Carey, NorCal, one of the best mentors. My twin brother, he's all right. And Joel Gossett, Florida mentor. So kick ass to all the people on here. They were literally getting a gift, a prize. We each get like thousands of dollars of prizes. So Sunlight has a rewards website, and they're giving us 250,000 points since we won in the top 10 contest, which really equates to like, I'd say like at least $1,000, $2,000. So tons of great contests and prizes here. Another contest I want to announce, and it already started. So this is for Good Leap. Good Leap is the largest solar lender, and they're having a contest for Q1, January, February, March. Top 3 sales reps with the most NTPs, notice to proceed. So the site survey was done, everything was approved, your contracts are all signed. The lender gave notice to proceed. The award is a VIP retreat. They'll fly you out to the Kimpton Hotel in Sacramento, take you to fine dining. Dustin Odell wants to get to know you. I believe it's 5 of the top, was it 5 of the top sales reps? Oh, sorry, top 3 sales reps get flown out there and have a VIP retreat. So that contest is on and rocking right now. Another contest, something that was really near and dear to my heart, and I was just so surprised and humbled to see this. It's honestly the coolest part of the weekend for me, the fact that we can really impact the culture and company and bring things to the table here. So this is Powur's first impact journey. They will be partnering with Prosperity Homes and going down to Mexico to build a home for a family in need. And then on the flip side, staying at an amazing winery resort. So you get to work hard, play hard, you get to help change a life, which really is going to impact you more than it's going to change them. And then we get to have a reward. 5 executives will be out there, likely Jay Bud, I'm sure Charles will be out there. So I'm super stoked for this. And again, this contest is live, ladies and gentlemen. Top 25 sellers will earn this journey of a lifetime, hopefully in late April. So the contest is January 15th to March 31st. There are points assigned. So you sign a personal contract with no mentor, just a personal contract, 15 credits. If you sign a mentor contract as a mentee or a mentor, you will get 5 credits. If you attract someone, they get recruited to the platform, you get 5 credits. And if that new person also sells a contract during the contest, you get an additional 5 points. So super cool, guys. 25 people will get to go on this trip of a lifetime and spend time with 5 executives, build a home, and be treated, wine and dine. I mean, it's really, really amazing. And a bonus, if you're new here, if you've joined after January 1st and you achieve 5 contracts and get 5 people to join the platform, you can join this as well. The most contracts will win. So if you've joined January 1st or after, shoot for 5 contracts and refer 5 people to the platform to get entered into this contest.
Yeah, so if it comes down to a tie, JB, that's where it's going to go to number of contracts, because that's obviously number 1 is putting glass on the roof. So if 7 people hit that number, then it's going to go to the top 5 with the contracts. Okay.
Gotcha. Makes sense. All right, Charles, maybe you'd like to touch on the Freedom Tour here real quick and let us know what we should be doing and expect this next month or 2.
Sure thing. And this is really the beginning of the tour. It's going to be pretty much all of 2022. And some of the things that I shared and others shared about how we have found our freedom, which is through Powur, obviously, but vast majority of us have found it through either online or in-person events. And that's just an incredible way to get people together and learn about the Powur movement and become part of that to start creating your passive income stream. So if you know anybody in any of the markets, it's all going to be listed on the calendar. So you'll be able to tap into it. We've got a registration page as well, which I believe is Powur. I'll come back to it in a second if it's not in the deck. Use this as a way to introduce people to the Powur movement. They're going to see a very consistent theme. Each weeknight event, which are starting at 6 o'clock, are going to have a little bit of welcome time. And then they launch the business meeting at 6:30. And then from 6:30 to roughly 7:15, they're going to have more of an opportunity to kind of walk through the process. Then we're going to launch their business at 7:15. So from 7:15 to 8, we're going to walk them through how to launch their business, how to get their list built, and how to start doing the same thing that we're going to coach you how to do, create duplication. These locations are throughout all the main markets, and we're hoping to be able to expand more now that we're opening up other markets. I think Jonathan will talk about that. But this is the beginning of a year-long tour. And it's going to include myself, Bobby Smith, Jim Bunch, Cammie, and Rachel are all going to be participating in the events. We're hoping that every Solar Saturday event has one of us there. We're dividing and conquering to help and support each of you. So leverage these. It's the best way to build your business.
If someone does want to get more involved, I'm just trying to check the chat here, like Tammy or Robert Hollis wants to put together an Arizona event.
Yeah.
What do you recommend?
So I would coordinate that, work with Bobby on that, because Bobby is really kind of heading up. He's field growth, basically. Coordinate that with him. Sometimes what you have to do is kind of build up to these where you do your smaller events. And this is how I started. I had 3 people in my first event in Dallas. Went from 3 to 5, and then 5 to 10. And then before you know it, you got 20, 25. So you want to start building momentum up to lead into a Freedom Tour. And maybe the Freedom Tour isn't in like Arizona in this particular case in March. But if you do enough small events using the training that we provide you, then we can build into an event in the following month in April. So just work with Bobby and coordinate that. He's got a couple of people assisting him in terms of capturing data and locations. We are responsible for finding locations and hosting the event. Corporate's going to promote it. They're also going to promote it online to drive potentially new candidates to you, so you can actually pick up new sellers into your team because you're hosting the event. And that's one of the benefits of being a host.
Nice. Very exciting. Tons of live in-person events to build our business, recruit to in other states and cities, guys. So take advantage of these for sure. All right, this is a little bit blurry, but there is a 2 o'clock training on Enphase. I'm not going to get too much in depth. There's going to be trainings. I think next week we have Enphase on. The recording from yesterday's training and today's training will be available to you as well. But basically, Enphase came out with a new IQ8 inverter, and there's different styles: the Plus, the M, and the A. And if you want to take a screenshot here or just watch the training today at 2 p.m. Pacific, there's recommendations of which inverter to choose. There may be a little bit of clipping depending on which one you go with. There may be electrical requirements depending on which one you go with. Keep it simple. Work with your mentor, work with your leadership, attend the training. If you're new here and you're just closing deals with a mentor, probably don't worry about this at all. Your job is just to get an electric bill and let the mentor do the rest. But for those of us solar pros and mentors on the call here, the Enphase IQ8s is very exciting. A little bit more info here. Depending on the module, if you're doing a Canadian 390 or REC 400, Mission 415, the IQ8M is the one that's recommended. But again, attend the trainings, watch the recordings, work with your mentors for more information. And on the different styles, there is solar only. There's sunlight backup. So if the sun is out, you could, for a couple thousands of dollars extra, have energy when the sun is out during a blackout. And then you have a battery solution or multiple battery solutions. So a lot of training here. I need to set the training. I need to do the Enphase University and watch all this a few times because it's pretty advanced stuff. All right. So one of the big lightning strikes was virtual site survey. Charles, I'd love if you could give us like a little overview. And I know we should attend the Powur.live next month for more information.
Yeah.
Special announcement.
Yep.
But,
Absolutely. So that is the core focus on Powur.live for the February 2nd training. But the key things you see in the chart here, the current M1 on a VSS where you do your site survey is anywhere from 24 to 72 hours. So we're saying 72 so we don't overcommit. If you look at that, current average contract signed to site survey is 1.7 days. Some of us wait 7, 14, 21 days just to get a site survey, and we're complaining about the labor partner. Own it, take it over. Average from site survey to complete design under 5 days. Right now, triple that. And this is a new one. You get paid $75 for each VSS. So for us, it's going to be on our cost sheet. So it's going to reduce our COGS. But wait till you hear what we're announcing on the 2nd about how this can actually become another income stream for you. Obviously, by you doing the site surveys, you're controlling the flow. You're the trusted advisor. You're building more credibility with your homeowners. That's going to keep them vested with you as opposed to just some new person showing up and maybe didn't say it the same way you said it. This is, I think, one of the greatest shifts this company is going to go through. And I remember pleading for this for 3 years, and it's here, and it's like, hallelujah, one of the greatest things that we're doing. And there's some people who have really bought in, and they'll share their stories at that training. Super simple. Go to download the My Powur app, and then you just log in with your same Powur credentials, and then go to the documents section. Follow the instructions. It's super self-intuitive. We are going to be doing a training video. Actually, if Kiara doesn't mind, I'm going to let you know that she's going to participate in that training. She's going to go out in the field, do an actual site survey. She'll walk you through it while she's doing it. And then we'll have a crew behind her filming her doing it as well. So that'll be a great training tool for the future. But you've done it enough times, Kira. It's really self-intuitive. Yeah,
Yeah, I can speak to it real quick. So
please.
we sell 100% virtually at my firm. And so when I heard about this, I was like, oh, that's super easy. If you guys haven't done so already, download the My Powur app, like Charles said, because you can actually go in and look at all of your projects, whether they're sold or not. So even if you have leads entered in, and you can play around and understand what pictures are asked of you or out of your customer. So there's two approaches you can take. You can have the homeowner do it, or you as a sales rep can go and do it yourself. I personally do it myself just to provide that level of service for my clients. But let's say you sell out of state. Well, then hop on FaceTime with your client and walk them through how to take those pictures. They feel like they're part of the conversation. They feel like they are in control. So it's a really cool way to get interactive. And it's the hardest picture to take is the picture of the attic, which is not hard at all. You just pull the ladder down in most cases, and then you just pop your phone up in the attic. And just be thinking like this. You want the pictures to be clear. So the whole point of this is to make sure you can see everything. So if you're not going to make sure your pictures are clear, don't even waste your time, right? So make sure you click your screen, and I'll go over all of this on how to capture a good photo on your phone with lighting being all correct. But this will speed up your pay. This will speed up your everything, your whole project. So if you're not doing virtual site surveys, I encourage you to start doing it now. And then the other thing too, if you sell a roof or a battery, they will still have that in-person site survey required, but I still do the virtual site survey before they go out in person.
Absolutely.
So you guys should just start practicing at home, practice taking pictures. It's super easy to use. Like literally a fifth grader could do it.
Great. Thanks, Kira. Yep. Real good support, and it's a game changer. It truly is for everybody. And there you got it. Wednesday, February 2nd. Now, in addition to that, starting next Friday, we're going to do Lightning Strike Friday, which I'll be on at 11 a.m. This will be on calendar as well, at 11 a.m. until noon every Friday starting next week. Because this week I'm going to Mexico to take a vacation. After that, we're going to be on really just answering questions and getting everybody primed on this particular section, which is BSS, on Enterprise, which I believe is coming up, and on the Freedom Tour. So just FYI. JB?
Very cool. All right. One of the other things, we could just lightly touch on this. But the tiers, I'm kind of moving the verbiage to a newer style here.
Yeah, it's really the same thing that we've been doing, just using something that's more intended for us as we go to Wall Street. So people don't understand what's a mentee, what's a consultant, what's a solar pro, what's a mentor. It's just real simple. We have 3 tiers. You begin as a tier 1, you work with a tier 3 until you become a tier 2. Once you're a tier 2, you can sell on your own, and you can then advance to tier 3, which is what we now call mentor. So tier 1 is what a mentee is, tier 2 is what a solar pro is, and tier 3 is what a mentor is. It's just a change in terms and really defining what we're able to do in those roles.
Gotcha. Mentee, solar pro, and mentor.
Pretty much. Yep. And this is really where there's a leadership council that's been formed. I took lead on the first version of certification. We're going to launch it midnight tomorrow night. It's going to be in English and Spanish, and it's a much more comprehensive training. It's still only about 2 hours. You don't have to go back through it if you've already been through it, but I would encourage you to do it, because I think you're going to pick up some tips, and you can also give feedback to the leadership council that's going to be announced tomorrow on the immersive training. We want to get feedback on what we can do better. And then tier 2, which is going to be for the tier 2 seller, is going to be super comprehensive. We want it to be the standard, above the standard for training in the solar industry, beyond anything any other company out there is doing today. It'll be very comprehensive.
Awesome. Yeah, better training for solar pros and mentors and certifications. I think some of what we found was people were saying their solar pros are testing out for mentors, and then they don't even know where to put panels or what offsets are. And so getting the training better, getting the retention better, it's pretty exciting. It's great. So the Solar Edge Energy Bank, I'm just going to say everyone that wants to learn about this should attend the 12 p.m. training today, powurcalendar.com. Do we have any ETA or any info you want to add on the Solar Edge battery, Charles?
I think it's toward right at the end of the month. It could be sooner than that, but just say Feb 1, just to be safe.
Okay, so another battery solution. Enphase and Solar Edge, they're really allocating and giving us preferential treatment. So it's really, really exciting that we get to offer two of the best batteries in the industry when other companies do not have batteries. So I can't say more about how lucky we are to have this resource from Solar Edge and Enphase and the support of these two amazing companies. The top two inverter brands in the industry are having two of the best batteries. All right, a couple more topics here as we're winding down. Enterprise to me is super exciting. I don't understand it yet, but I'm going to attend trainings and learn more. I already told a big leader today who comes from a big company, and he said he wants to learn more. So we have the ability to go after companies and dealers and organizations and have a unique value set and offering to bring them into the business that we didn't really have before. So Charles, if you'd like to speak to this a bit, or what training we can look forward to.
I'll be brief today, JB.
Yep.
Really what's available today is tier 1. Tier 2 will launch next week. We're building out all the application pages and everything that we need. And I'll be heading that for now until we actually hire somebody. But we figured out tier 1 with a group of about 30 people who opted in. And what it allows you to do versus a single user license, the tier 1 is really a software enhancement. It gives you the ability to have administrative or support team members. Like myself, I have someone who goes in and qualifies leads, assigns leads to mentors. It's just a great way to be able to delegate without that person having access to the most important part, which is your wallet. So they can't see that. In your tier 1, they're able to access the leads, they're able to assign the lead to a mentor, and they're able to qualify leads, submit proposals, et cetera. You're responsible for what they do, but it gives you that delegation of capability. And they can actually make lead offers. So in the other position, you can have what's called a seeded lead generation position, and you can customize what you're willing to pay a mentor for it. If you're generating really high quality leads, right now, that lead comes in, you're the consultant, right? Or the tier 2 seller. You can assign it to a tier 3. In the normal model, it's a 50-50 split. But if you're generating high quality leads and you can justify that, you can submit it and pay 30%. That's going to be up to you. You have all that discretion built into that. So if you're building a business and you're looking to expand it where you have a team that's supporting you, take advantage of tier 1. It's great. It's $175 a month. Tier 2, I'll get back to you. That's really designated for sales organizations. They have other flexibility. They can change the requirements for people to be mentored. They can customize a compensation plan because they're bringing actual additional value. Maybe they have an office, maybe they have training, maybe they have vans, maybe they have houses for people to live in. So they're willing to pay. They can pay less than what Powur pays. They can't pay more than what Powur pays, but they can pay less. Okay.
Can we expect a training in the coming weeks, maybe that?
Yeah, it's definitely high on my list for when I get back. I just want to have everything ready so that I don't have to go and change it in 3 weeks after everything's finalized. So I should have all the final assets by Tuesday or Wednesday of next week.
All right. I'll look forward to all that information and really getting to know Enterprise better. Like Jay Bud said, Jonathan Bud, that could 10x our business pretty quickly here. So it's very exciting.
Reggie's question, anyone can sign up as an enterprise tier 1 or enroll anyone as an enterprise tier 1. There's no licensing requirement or business volume requirement like there will be for tier 2. Okay.
Hey, Jonathan, Michael here. I have a question for Charles. I own a real estate company, and I was wondering, should I just take this conversation offline with Charles to talk about the benefits of tier 2, or should I just wait until the training, or what?
Wait until the training, and then because doing a lot of one-offs is going to be crippling. What I'm going to do is I'm going to empower the leadership council to really know how to answer those questions, and then we'll do group calls just simply bandwidth is what it's going to come down to. So once we have the training, I think you'll have the most of the answers that you need. And then it's going to come down to when you got a high profile person, maybe the company's doing 50 or 100 installs a month. You know, at some of those points, either myself or Bobby and your leadership, like Jonathan, can get on those types of Zooms, but we'll have all that mapped out for you by the end of next week. So you'll be able to leverage it. Okay.
Thank you.
You bet.
Yeah, thank you, Michael. And just on enterprise, ladies and gentlemen, it's like alpha stage right now. It's pre-beta stage. We'll have an official launch later this year, mid-year, end year. So just please be a little patient as we iron this out, but big, exciting roadmap ahead of us. All right, Charles. So I think we opened some new states. I know we're in certain zip codes in Illinois, and then we looked at Maryland and Massachusetts.
Yep.
Are they live?
Yep. So Illinois is live. I think we'll finalize the zip codes. I shared those with you yesterday, JB. So you've got those. Feel free to share that list. And Maryland, we're targeting the 20th of February. The tests have already been taken. There's one final test being submitted for the electrical portion this Friday. And then it's just a matter of us getting the license issued. We've already onboarded 3 labor partners. We really think Maryland's probably going to become one of our fastest growing markets out the gate because we have traction already there and people who are selling in Virginia, selling in Pennsylvania, selling in New Jersey that actually have been wanting to sell in Maryland. It should be a great one. And that'll open up Delaware shortly after that, as well as Massachusetts. So Massachusetts is all Q1. There may be a few other states that get in that Q1 bucket just because it's all up to licensing, but we're trying to commit to, okay, Q1 is Maryland, Delaware, Massachusetts, and Illinois. And then you can see the map starts to expand in Q2, Q3, Q4 to effectively be in at least 32 states by the end of 2022.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very cool roadmap here.
Yeah. So New York, Morgan, I'd love to be there. We're fighting hard to get Long Island and upstate New York. The boroughs are just a tough situation for licensing. I don't know why people even live in New York City right now. It's like anyways, it's not a place we can get into anytime easy. Yep. James, excited about Massachusetts. It's coming up.
And I just want to reemphasize something obvious, but as we open states, ladies and gentlemen, as Powur gets even more and more name recognition, the ability to market and advertise and visit and train and recruit and build into those states, it's going to be a land grab. It's going to be a little gold rush. So very exciting opportunities that we're here. We can grow our business in these states as we continue to grow even more.
Yep. Question about Chicago. Yeah, Chicago, but there's a couple of pockets in Chicago. We don't want to be there for a number of reasons. Very complicated, but the zip code list, if it's not uploaded, will be uploaded today. And Jonathan, if you want to share that, feel free.
Sounds good. If you do want the Illinois zip codes of you, Marcus, shoot me an email to that one. And does Illinois have I believe they do have a pretty darn specific background licensing.
Yeah, they have a licensing requirement and they have a fantastic SREC. So it's a very attractive market. It's been hit by other companies, but that never seems to affect Powur because of the way we tend to generate our business. We tend to get customers nobody else was able to get. So
yeah,
very attractive market.
Someone asked about Georgia. Definitely not in Georgia right now. People always ask, like, what about Kansas? Just this is the roadmap for the rest of the year here. It does look like
to speak to that. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to step on you, JB. To speak to that, what we've done are studies about net metering policies and cost of energy. And if you look at Georgia right now, energy costs are appropriate to go solar, but their net metering policies absolutely are horrible. And yeah, we're going to go in there and we're going to know that we have to look. It's almost like treating if you've sold in any of the municipalities or if you've sold in a co-op, they're terrible for net metering. That's the problem in Georgia right now. Hope that it changes.
Got it. Okay, so I think maybe Kiara asked for this earlier, but we have a new customer incentive available now until March 31st. So correct me if I'm wrong, but it's the 12-month customer rebate like normal. And then if it's Good Leap Flex Pay. It could be up to 36 months or
Yep, up to 36 months. So when you choose the loan product of an 18-month flex pay, it's going to multiply the first 18 months payment, and that's going to be the incentive. I just did one today for $4,400 incentive on a 36-month flex pay. Yowza. So yes, you've got the 12-month, which you can use for Sunlight. You can use for, we haven't verified on Sunova yet, by the way, but I've got a question in on that, but you can use it on Sunlight and Good Leap. And then on Good Leap for the flex pay product, that gives you the 18 and 36-month option with no solar payments for 36 months for whatever the loan payment is. That's pretty damn attractive.
that's wild.
And questions that were posed, is this even legal? Yes, 100%. It was approved before we even came up with this. We have everything approved through Sunlight and Good Leap. So it's good to go. We're the only company, well, I can't say we're the only company that has the 36-month flex pay, but we're the only company who's approved to offer this type of rebate on a 36-month flex pay.
And it is an adder, ladies and gentlemen, so it does get built into the project. You have to make sure the incentive is there if you want it. If not, remove it. It does get built into the price. We are the business owners, it's cost of goods on everything. Our price can still come under competitors, even with the addition. So it is not a negative thing, it's hugely a positive thing, but it is an adder. So make sure you add it into the project. If you're going back to old quotes that didn't have it and trying to offer the rebate at the same price, you better check your margin. You better get a new proposal within 30 days and make sure your pricing is correct. But another way to close more deals until the end of March, 12 to 36 month rebate without payments. It's huge. All right, this is pretty damn exciting. July 15th and 16th, the first ever Powur World live in-person event in Dallas, Texas. I mean, this is going to be really, really cool. I think we're picking out a hotel or location as we speak. But anything you can share what we should expect with something like this? I haven't even been to a Powur Live in-person event like this.
Yeah, so first Powur World event, but I've been to, I think, 6 live events that have been corporate sponsored. And you think a virtual event is impactful? Wait till you're in person. It is a game changer. It's just going to be great. I think by that time, all of this crazy ramp up period will be over. And I think Dallas is the only place we can pretty much commit to the fact that you can know we're going to conduct the event. So it's going to be life changing. I know of 3 announcements that are going to come out there that if you like what you heard at this convention that we just finished, Evolution, life changing, world changing for impact on solar and what it's going to do for our business.
Great.
Live events are amazing.
Yeah, they truly are. Truly are.
I expect all of us California folks to fly down to Texas, do it up big and represent. It's going to be super exciting.
Texas is committed to 1,000 people being there. I've asked for 1,500 seating. So we might hit that cap in the next few months as we start getting ramped up promoting it.
Will we need to register on Powur.live's website eventually? Is there a page for this yet?
There's a registration link on this. If you go to see if it's Powur World, I just pulled it up. I'll look at it. Too many windows open right now. Go figure, keep moving and I'll tell you what it is.
Sounds good.
No, so go to Powur. I'll pull it up and tell you what it is. Give me a moment. They haven't changed powurconvention.com yet. So I think it goes powurconvention.com/Powur World. Yeah. powurconvention.com/Powur World. They'll be updating powurconvention.com soon.
Very cool. That's going to be huge. It's six months away, guys. It's around the corner. It's basically tomorrow. So I'm really excited about this event. I think the Freedom Tour for the next few months is to get people signed on, get people engaged, get people on board. People should be going to this. You probably have to be a consultant to attend this, I'm assuming. Signed up. Not really for guests, but yeah, get people signed up, get people to the tours in the next few months, and then let's all really build into this Dallas event.
And keep in mind, this is included in Powur.live. So there's so many reasons to be in Powur.live. This is one of the biggest ones to be able to get to one of these events. I paid $299 just to go to one of these events the last time around. So JB, I got a hard stop with the a corporate follow-up on these topics. So thank you for allowing me to be here and share. Hopefully you got some value out of it, and you're good to go, JB.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Charles, for being here. Yeah, I look forward to more future trainings and events and updates from you and the team. Thank you so much for
Yes,
your
sir.
help.
Thank you.
All righty. So just to recap a little bit, ladies and gentlemen, real quick. We have a brand new impact report website. We have a new Powur calendar. We had Sunlight Financial winners. We have a Good Leap contest for the first three months of the year, Q1, for the top 3 sales reps who sells the most Good Leap. We have a contest to go on a journey of a lifetime to Mexico, work hard, play hard, now through March 31st. We have a freedom tour with tons of live in-person events all year long for the next few months. We have new Enphase inverters. We have the best REC 400 watt panels. We have virtual site survey. You can go ahead and download the app and start to perform virtual site surveys. We have tons of trainings coming on these topics. We have new tiers and certifications for mentees, solar pros, and mentors, which is now tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Enphase training today at 2 p.m. Solar Edge battery training today. Powur Enterprise, $175 for tier 1 is available now. More trainings to come. Thank you for your patience. New markets opening up in Q1. So the next few weeks, next few months, Massachusetts, Maryland, Illinois, and a roadmap to expand into other locations. 12-month customer incentive up to 36 months on Good Leap Flex Pay. It is an adder. You can offer this until March 31st. It is a check, a rebate check that gets sent to the homeowner. And we have a live in-person Dallas event, 15th and 16th. If you're a member of Powur.live, go ahead and register for that. Last thing here before we stop the recording and do Q&A. There's video and resources and a web page dedicated to this, but long story short, Jonathan Bud's mother, Andrea, passed away, giving her life to help build Powur with Jim Bunch and Bobby Smith and other co-founders years and years ago. And thanks to her hard work, we are all here today, and Powur is what it is. So Jonathan Bud decided, with the help of Edgardo William Contreras, to make this award. It was Jonathan Bud's mom's dream to go to Paris. And so Powur is recognizing Tom Cotter, who was voted upon. Tom and a loved one gets to go to Paris on an all-inclusive paid trip. And they also chose a member of corporate, an employee, Beth Robinson, who is going to get to go to Paris as well. So she's our chief operating angel. There's an award, likely I think it'll be given out annually to people that exemplify her vision, her mission, her leadership, her traits, her qualities, community, giving back. So very, very cool here, the culture and the love and the family. Shout out to Tom Cotter and Beth Robinson. So we're at the top of the hour. If you need to hop off, no worries. We're going to open this up to some Q&A. I know there's a lot of information, a lot more details, a lot more training to come. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to Charles and all the amazing leaders. Shout out to all the contest winners and the team leaders here today. And we will jump to Q&A right now.